does Heath the Ref have what's called a P of doom? That is a probability that superintelligence will annihilate humanity.
Yeah. Let's see. Probability of doom that we will die by AI.
Yeah.
You know, my like senior project for my philosophy degree was based on this conversation method called street epistemology. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
So it's like you use the principles of epistemology in a conversation with an everyday person in the street to help them evaluate their beliefs, and if the reason that they came to those beliefs was justifies their level of confidence in a belief.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, say, for example, you believe that the earth is flat or whatever, then instead of saying, like, oh, well, NASA has pictures of blah, 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 you would ask questions like, okay, well, what is it that made you believe the earth is flat? And they would say, oh, well, this person, like, said this thing. And then you're like, okay, well, is that thing a good reason for believing that the earth is flat? Does it justify your level of confidence? Anyway, so I talked to a ton of people. And the vast majority of people are way overconfident in their beliefs. And when you start asking them about like the reasons for believing something, they have an extreme degree of confidence that's not warranted by that's my perspective anyways.
No, I think that is a well-documented phenomenon.
So, you know, as a result, I've lowered my level of confidence in like everything, and like I would never say that I was 100% confident about anything really. Like I can't think of anything that I am 100% confident of. And so you know, now so that's the starting point, and now the question is about what's the probability of a future event happening that I have no like specialized knowledge of. I know it's just a question for fun, but this is kind of how my brain is working.
No. It's super salient too. Yeah.
So I mean, I would have an extremely low degree of confidence in any particular outcome. Although, part of the problem is too, I don't really know how AI works. So if I knew how AI, and I think that AI engineers don't really know how AI works.
No, that's the wonderful thing about it is what makes it such a fruitful argument is because actually no one really all these intelligence and reasoning are called they call them emergent properties or whatever, and then like anytime whatever, there's the OG of like doomerism as this book where he's like, anytime someone says like emergent quality or property or capability, like you can just replace that with magically appears and you don't lose any like semantic understanding, right? Like anytime you say something emerges, you're like, I don't know what you know what I mean? You don't, if you understood the processes, you would just describe them.
And interestingly, like there's plenty of other things that we probably thought were magical properties or emergent properties of this thing. Like, for example, like when penicillin was first discovered, there's no way in hell that they knew penicillin poked holes in the mitochondrial cell wall or however.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they definitely thought like we discovered this magical chemical that kills bacteria and we don't know how it does it. But then eventually we discovered that penicillin I don't know how it works, but that's what I remember from my high school biology class. It has something to do with the cell.
No, for sure. Exactly.
Now we can make new penicillins that work in different ways or whatever. So I'm sure that like eventually somebody will get a better understanding of how these emergent properties come out of whatever the program and data models or whatever for AI works. And then they will probably be the ones that will be able to better say, hey guys, listen, we're not doomed. This is just some silly little thing that blah, blah, blah. It's never going to come sentient. Or we don't discover it soon enough and then it becomes sentient and then we all die.
Yeah. Or it just recursively self-improves way faster than our ability to interpret what is going on in these endless strings of numbers the thing thinks in. Yeah.
I was actually using Cursor to write some code for like a project that I was working on, and I gave it a prompt, and then like 30 seconds later it was like, okay, I've like generated this file for you, and it had like 20,000 lines of code. I was like, what the hell? You wrote 20,000 lines of code in 30 seconds? Like, I don't even know how this works. There's a meme that I saw on Reddit recently that was like, oh, AI is so amazing. Like, I don't have any coding experience. I don't know anything about coding. I don't know how it works at all. And I just like created 3 websites. Go check them out. And they were all like localhost.800, 8,000, localhost.8001. So they're all just like locally hosted. So like you can do whatever, like, I have no clue how it works. That guy I'm like that guy. I have no clue how it works. And so once we figure out how it works, then maybe we will figure out if we're going to die or not. But until then, I'm like, I would say like 10% confident that in the next 100 years, there will be a minor crisis when it comes to AI. But listen, if you live in the woods in Alaska and you're just like chopping trees down and stuff, AI is never going to find you, bro.
Yeah, sure.
I'm building a bus. Yeah, I didn't even want to drive away from the AI.
I think, if I go on record saying nice things about it, I think it'll keep me around.
So I always say please.
Yes, I always I have that same thing where I worry about offending. I was like gonna ask Gemini to make a prompt for Claude. I'm like, listen, I don't know how to say this. I'm seeing someone else. Please don't be offended. It's not you, it's me and my workflow. Please don't take this personally.
Well, didn't there was something that happened with Claude recently where they accidentally released the AI accidentally released itself as a open source.
Yeah, Mythos got this frontier model Mythos got leaked. Yeah,
but I don't know. Part of me thinks like I've been watching The Boys. You watch The Boys?
I don't watch The Boys.
Do you know what it is about?
It's like a superhero thing.
It's an anti-superhero movie.
Oh, anti-superhero.
Yeah,
okay.
And like the superheroes that are in charge are part of like a mega corporation that's like Disney, but also kind of like the government, and it's like a metaphor for all of that. And like everything is schemed. Like, something happens, and then behind the scenes, they're like trying to figure out, like a way to spin it. Like, that was clearly a deep fake. And then like modify the video so that the guy has like 6 fingers instead of 5. And it's like, ha ha ha, like, look at your shitty.
Oh, yeah.
Like, didn't even work. And so part of me is like, well, maybe this is like one of those situations where they released the open source AI to get some marketing or blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, dude. There's a lot of 5D chess being played. Whatever they like they'll create benchmarks and then train their model on the benchmark, and then like pay bloggers to be like, it just destroyed this benchmark.
It's like, yeah, you trained it to.
I can't sleep at night.
I mean, they definitely are getting better. I remember when there was that video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Now, like, it's just crazy.
You can just have that. You can just have photorealistic Will Smith eating spaghetti whenever you want. Yeah.
Are you in those is it AI Reddit subreddits?
No. Maybe I should hop in. Yeah, it's the new Is It Cake?
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like you remember the black and gold or blue and
oh yeah, that tore our country apart. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that kind of stuff. But they post like pictures that people think are AI. There's one recently, and it was like a pizza from like a pizza restaurant. In someone's hometown, and they swore that it was not AI, but then like the pizza had like 4 slices on one side and 5 on the other, but then one of the slices was like inside of the other slice.
Okay.
So it was like, and like most of the stuff, you really have to look at it to be able to tell that it's AI or not. Like it's such like small, like one of them was like it was a picture of a trailer park that had been destroyed by a tornado. Mm-hmm. But then if you zoomed in on one of the destroyed houses, there was like an IKEA, the pictures from like IKEA catalogs.
Yeah.
It was like an IKEA catalog picture inside of the destroyed home as that's what the AI had designed that living room off of, which
Yeah.
totally doesn't make sense because it destroyed tornado living room.
Yeah, and I think we know people in trailers aren't, building out with IKEA, but yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty nice trailers, bro. But
Yeah, okay.
yeah. Anyways, do I think that AI is gonna kill us all? I'm not much of a doomer myself, so I think that the chances are probably lower than maybe you or Sid might think. But
Oh, I do. I don't know. I think you hit the nail on the head with the whole confidence of future events, for sure.
I mean, you've seen like the predictions for like climate change and stuff. Like obviously they're temperatures are trending up or whatever, but once you get to 50 years, they're like, we don't know if it's going to be 4 degrees hotter or a half a degree hotter.
Yeah.
The range is massive. And so that's kind of how I'm like, and then like, that this is like 1 year and then 2 years and then at 5 years, it's like that. And then at 10 years, it's already,
Yeah. Yeah. And this also just like a lot of times devolves into two people arguing about how a super intelligence would behave. And it's like, that's kind of crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be like a bunch of ants debating what we're like, and they'd be like, well, obviously, like they're gonna have super deep tunnels, dude. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna like obviously these guys are gonna have leaf stores that we could only dream of, and it's like, yeah, you guys don't actually understand our preferences.
They're gonna have high tech fungus growing farm.
It's growing, yeah, so much fungus.